All film buffs John and Mary Helen want is a space for a little movie watching.
The garage is circa 1965, original doors, concrete block walls.
But unfortunately, their garage renovations are at a standstill.
There was no insulation for the ceiling, so I just did that recently, and I'm not sure where to go next.
In the next 3 days, this space will transform from a functional garage by day into an ultimate home theater. We'll install a state-of-the-art projector, build a convertible workbench, and add high-tech gadgets galore. I'm Brian Corsetti, and this is Garage Mahal. Mary Helen and John both work in the film industry.
John and I met at a film festival.
They decided to set up house in the same city, but merging their lives would soon reveal a side of John that Mary Helen hadn't expected.
John had crazy amounts of stuff. The garage got to be cluttered and junky.
It's not junk, it's real stuff. I mean, you can't get this at a store.
Lift up that door if it'll open.
What do you mean if it'll open?
Well, it's
Oh, wow.
yeah.
That sounds horrible. You got a lot of stuff going on in here. You can't even park your car in. You said you don't even have a flicker for your garage? Like, it doesn't even look like it shuts over here.
Yeah.
All right, well, these garage doors, out of here, all right? Is this your workbench?
Yeah, it's a little messy.
Do you mind getting rid of this?
No, it's in bad. It's not level. It looks like the old owner just took his old cabinets out of the kitchen and just shoved them over here.
Oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, see, all we've done is come in and put all of this kind of stuff in here, storage, and then a lot of movie theater stuff.
This is going to be a huge renovation.
We'll give John and Mary Helen new garage doors and construct an updated workbench that pulls double duty as theater seating. A drop ceiling will hide the exposed ductwork, while heavy-duty carpet tiles will cover the ugly floor. To transform the garage into a theater, we'll need some movie essentials like a concession stand, motorized curtains, a drop-down screen, movie projector, and the most iconic landmark in Tinseltown that will be built with something found in John and Mary Helen's house.
So you're saying we have a lot of work to do?
We got a lot of work to do, starting with getting this junk out in the driveway.
They came from the first theater that I ever worked in.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa.
If we want to completely transform this garage in 3 days, we're going to need my friend and carpenter, Greg Lavery.
This is what we got to get done today. New ceiling, new floor, and a new workbench.
He's asking a tall order on a short guy. We need to bust it
We need
if we're going to get it done today.
I'll leave the storage bench up to Greg and John. It will perform 2 duties. The base will have storage, and the top work surface will transform into seating.
We're going to paint it and then throw some foam on it. It's going to look cozy and comfy.
Rome may not be built in a day, but this will.
All right, guys, thanks.
All right, man.
It's gonna work.
Oh, yeah, it'll never work.
This is where the top of your ceiling is going to go.
Yeah.
We chalk lined it already.
Oh, okay.
And all we got to do is we got to start with these side rails to start, and we're going to do the perimeter.
The first step, installing a metal grid for the ceiling tiles. After securing the perimeter rails with concrete screws, we move on to the middle.
All right, you want to try one?
So right here?
No, we're actually going to do every 4 feet.
Basic eye hooks are screwed in every 48 inches. These eye hooks with metal wires will suspend the entire ceiling.
Oh, I bent it.
That's all right. It needs to go in a little bit more. This sets in right here.
Brian, you just stand there and look pretty, and I'll take care of this, okay?
These cross braces are suspended by the metal wires. We put them in every 24 inches, the same dimensions as our ceiling tiles. Then the tiles simply slide into place.
And voila.
We are ready to go. I hope.
The convertible workbench will be made with 2 basic materials, 2x4s and 3/4-inch plywood. Using the drawings as a guide, the plywood is ripped for the seat and shelves.
This one and that one there will be the bottom 2 shelves. Put this one over there. This will be our top shelf.
Then it's on to the legs.
Go ahead and cut all the legs the exact same height, come 29 1/4, and then we'll shoot them together. Okay?
Greg has just got the numbers that he comes up with, and I just cut it.
So this actually only gives us 26 1/2 inches of space. Half of 26 1/2 is 13 and 1/4. So 13 1/4 minus 3/8 is 13 1/8. Actually have only about 13 1/8 inches if we dead center this of space between this shelf and this shelf.
Yeah, okay. Greg, I don't know how he does it, but he just pulls those measurements right out of his
John actually understands the madness and enjoys it like I do.
Coming up on Garage Mahal, we're installing our first fiber optic ceiling.
2, 3. This could take all day.
But everything seems to be taking longer than expected on this build.
We're going to be behind schedule, so people are going to have to live with it.
And we'll show you how to convert everyday oscillating fans into cool mini spotlights.
Who thought of that?
John and Mary Helen's garage will soon be home to a theater. But right now, just a ceiling and half a workbench.
Day one for this project is going smooth.
John got a little excited and made a mismeasurement, but
despite the blame game, the base of the work table is complete.
good deal, huh?
Oh, yeah.
John and Greg move on to constructing the top. First, they tackle the side cup holders.
There's a lot that I don't understand yet.
During the day, it's going to be a workbench.
Oh.
Okay? And what's going to happen is this top and front are going to flip back.
Oh, I'm getting this now.
This is the motions.
I get it. I get it.
The dual purpose of the workbench becomes obvious as Greg constructs the shelves. The space in front becomes a theater seating.
I don't think we're going to get this project completely done today. We're going to be behind schedule, so people are going to have to live with it.
Here's the basic design of the floor. Have your red carpet up through the center. And this will be the main pattern throughout.
Okay,
what do you guys think of that?
I like it.
Let's get a chalk line for center. We'll lay a couple tiles. We'll lay another chalk line. And then I think you guys can probably handle that, right?
Yeah.
Installing these 18 by 18 squares is easy. Just peel off the back and stick into place. This material is perfect for garages. It resists oil stains and can be driven on. Day 2, and the carpet looks great. The film reel design on the floor sets the stage for a little movie watching. Now we need a little ambience.
These tiles are going to have little fiber optic lights in it. This is where your workbench goes.
Okay.
This is where your seating comes around. This is where your movie seating is.
So this
when
is
you're
like the
sitting
Starry
down,
Night kind of thing?
Yeah, so when you're sitting down, you've got like twinkle lights for magic time. In order to make it work, we have to feed these through the tiles. So we're going to just cut it very carefully and shred this rubber around the fiber optic.
These fiber optics come in a kit and are easy to install yourself.
1, 2, 3. This could take all day. I think there may be a better way to do this.
The fibers are lit up with a low voltage halogen lamp that is mounted above the ceiling.
Well,
What are you doing?
oh, I was just curious what this was going to look like.
We gotta actually put glue in the top to hold these down. Now they're gonna go back up in the ceiling.
Well,
That's all right. Well, no, it's okay.
you know, there's only 5 million more to put in, so we'll figure it out, right? The whole, like, fun and games part of this project is kind of gone now. Shoot. All right. I'm definitely tired today, and I'm trying to just stay nice and stay positive. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's sweet. What do you think?
I love it!
Yeah.
I love it!
Coming up, I get into a bit of a bind with some drywall.
What's wrong?
We'll show you easy ways to transform ugly garage walls. Plus,
What do you think about it so far?
This is awesome.
we'll finish up our one-of-a-kind workbench theater seating.
Tuck it in.
My vision is looking pretty good right about now.
The convertible workbench may still be in progress, but with the addition of carpet and a finished ceiling, John and Mary Helen's garage is starting to take shape.
John came in and saw the ceiling and he was just pumped about it.
So I've always dreamed of having a movie theater in my house, and now it's happening as we speak.
A lot of little knickknacks that needs to be taken care of, and I think I need to bring in my buddy Kip K. So this guy is the gadget guy.
I like to just take things and repurpose them or make everyday uses for common things that you don't normally think of.
We've got a lot going on. So we've got...
Ryan!
And I hear Greg calling for me.
Come on!
I just got so much going on. I gotta be here, I gotta be here. I can't be two places at once.
What do you think about it so far?
This is awesome. It came out great.
Hey, I'm thinking that this single layer is not going to be enough support. We can add another layer on top of this, bring it out just a little bit, because I myself feel I could do with a little bit more space.
The desktop is strengthened by adding another piece of 3/4 inch plywood. To make this table transform into theater seating, a fold-up bench top is then attached.
I think by adding Kip, we'll add that extra oomph.
The Hollywood sign is going to be a really cool effect.
For the sign, letter templates were printed off the computer and transferred onto 1-inch MDF. Then Kip cuts the letters out with a jigsaw.
You know, you've seen in searchlights when there's like a movie premiere.
You're bringing a searchlight into the garage?
A small one. Two small ones.
Once the letters are painted, a quick shot with the nail gun secures them to a dowel. Then the letters are screwed into another piece of 1-inch MDF.
There it is.
Ta-da!
Beautiful. When the idea came for a searchlight, I was thinking fans that oscillate back and forth. We're going to use the main part of the fan that's going to rotate like this, and we're going to build a little circuit. We're going to use a super bright LED.
Kip's project seems complicated, but it's actually pretty simple using a basic circuit kit you can buy in an electronics store. For more information on using circuits, check out DIYnetwork.com.
This is the top of our fan that we disassembled. We're just going to hot glue that whole circuit right in this area.
Yeah.
And there you have it. It's not pretty, but it's functional.
Oscillating LED spotlight.
Exactly.
This is not just building a workbench. This is building a piece of furniture that works as a workbench.
It's time to make this workbench into an actual seat. After a quick coat of paint,
I wish last year's turkey was this tender.
Greg covers some basic foam with fabric and staples it to hold it in place. While those two transform the workbench into theater seating, John and I prepare the ugly walls for their own transformation.
This is my inspiration. Before we get started, we need to enclose this. That's an eyesore.
To hide the garage's ductwork, I build a simple box out of 3/4 inch plywood.
We really should have probably done this after we'll install the garage door. There we go. What? What's wrong? Oh.
I guess the pressure from the drill caused the drywall to split.
We should have done the seam after we did the box.
No worries, we'll just remud it. And when it dries, we'll move on.
I already did 5-inch strips. Every 5 inches is where the painter's tape's gonna go. Start out with red. This is kind of a fun job. We're gonna caulk the heck out of this wall.
The back wall is in need of a serious facelift. So after we apply some caulk, we cover the ugly cement block with sheets of metal laminate and beadboard.
Good work, guys.
A quick coat of paint sets the wall off. Greg is still plugging away, this time on a concession stand for a realistic theater experience. On one side, it will be painted to blend in with the striped wall. The other side will house shelves for candy and drinks. After building a basic box out of 3/4 inch plywood, we focus on the top of the concession stand.
What we're doing is we're making slots to put candy on. I've left enough space there because we're going to attach a piece of 1/4 inch plexiglass in the front of it.
Oh, nice.
Easily viewing. I'm going to let you do the gluing, and I'm going to do the shooting.
Then we turn our attention to the second level, which will be used as a soda dispenser. It will need to be slanted, so it's cut with a table saw blade set at an angle. Then it gets some dividers of its own.
Put 2 rows of drinks in each one of those.